I welcome you all to MOOC's course entitled Community Engagement and Social Responsibility. I will be discussing Unit 3 today. It deals with rural development programs, implications, and management. This unit has two modules. The first module is about rural development programs and rural institutions. Module 1, Part 3. In third part of module 1, we will be studying about developmental avenues in rural areas and NABARD. In the previous part of the module, we studied objectives of rural development programs and development avenues in rural areas. All right, now I'll be talking about certain institutions where they form the programs. I mean, these institutions are instrumental in helping them to develop the program and the policies for economic and social upliftment of the rural people. The first institution is NABARD, which means National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Now, NABARD is, let me tell you that it's a developmental institution firstly. Secondly, you have a lot of agricultural uh, banks, you have RRVs, which cater to giving the credit to the farmers. Now, who will govern them? So, NABARD, the government of India has said that NABARD is at the apex and will take care of all the institutions, the banks, and RRVs which are lending to the farmers. So this is the apex bank in terms of whenever we talk about agriculture sector, and the headquarter is located in Mumbai. There are several regional offices of NABARD. It is not only that only one headquarter is there. For ease of operation, you have it in North India, East, West and South, so that smooth functioning of NABARD can be done and NABARD can coordinate with other banks as well. Now, what is the purpose of NABARD? So, NABARD on one hand will coordinate with Government of India. On the second hand, it will coordinate, or it has number of banks which are lending to the rural segment. So, this becomes a coordinating bank, or it helps in executing the policies of the government. So, policy formulation, planning, operations, specifically when we talk about loan and giving of loans, NABARD comes into picture. Not only that, NABARD looks after small scale industries also and cottage industries, that is lending for their developmental purpose. The bank also coordinates with the financing activities of all the institutions involved in the developmental work at the field level. That means the people who are actually visiting the field and are doing field projects, NABARD also finances them. So you have central government, you have state government, and then you have such bodies. NABARD coordinates with them and helps in providing credit at low interest rate and at large. Second institution is KVIC, Khadi and Village Industries Commission, as you can see in the picture here. And uh, this KVIC is a statutory body. Why I say statutory? Because it has been formulated by the Act of Parliament in 1956, and it comes under the Ministry of MSME, that is Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Now, what does this organization do? This organization promotes, plans, organizes, assists, and facilitates the development and the establishment of khadi industries, specifically khadi, and that too in villages. So, this institution promotes all things which are being made of khadi and how they can be produced, how they can be marketed, and how the finances can be arranged for doing so. So KVIC is responsible specifically when I talk about khadi and related to village. The commission has three objectives. Now, if commission is there, it has three objectives when we talk about monitoring and implementing of the various programs which KVIC does. So it has three objectives. The first is providing employment. Now, let me be very open. Any program of Government of India
or any rural development program would primarily focus on employment generation. Because if we connect with the Keynesian theory, you have employment, then you have purchasing power, you have income, you have disposable income, and that's how it generates market for the other person. So my cost or my expenditure will be somebody else's income. So therefore, I come back and close the loop and I talk about how it helps in providing employment opportunities. And second is providing saleable articles, different articles made of khadi, how to be marketed, where to be marketed, at what price, and if certain credit is required, so KVIC supports them financially. And the third objective of KVIC is creating self-reliance among rural people. The next body is Center of Science and Technology for Rural Development, CSTRD. Now, this has headquarters in Thrissur and operates in 13 sub-centers, including Gurgaon and Kerala. Now, as you see the name, it talks about science and technology. So, what kind of technology is adaptable and can be used for villages? This center provides that kind of science and technology to the villages so that they can use, process it, efficiency comes up, and they are able to generate output at less cost and innovatively. But there is a catch here. It talks about uh, three different aspects. Number one, it should be eco-friendly. Number two, economical, because the people living in villages are poor. And thirdly, it should be transparent and gender sensitive, because many a times the beneficiaries are not women, they are men. So catering these aspects into consideration, CSTRD focuses on providing science and technology to small villages so that they can give their best.
In this part, we studied about developmental avenues in rural areas and NABARD. In the next part, we will study about developmental bodies, KVIC, CSTRD, and MNREGA.
Thank you.